it was a great season overall for you guys. I mean, not the end that you wanted. What would you tell the guys afterwards?
No, I mean, it's just simple. The kids should be emotional. They should be disappointed. They should be crying a little bit. You put a lot of time, energy, and effort into this. A lot of dedication, a lot of hours. When you don't get the end result that you want, you should be a little teary-eyed. You should be a little misty-eyed. But I refuse to be anything but positive. We finally broke through that door. We finally kicked that door and got to Heinz Field. And I mean, this is a hell of a group of kids. And I'm not talking about the football accolades. I'm talking about just great human beings, great students, great role models. And I refuse to be anything. I'm not disappointed one bit. I think that we let a lot of things on that field. I think that we didn't take advantage of some opportunities that we should have. We didn't play stout defense and we missed some shots, but I refuse to be anything but proud of these young men and everything that they've done over the course of this season.
Matt, you talked one situation was they fumbled the ball, got it back.
Sure.
And in a game like this, it's tough enough to beat TJ as is, but we get some breaks, and I'm not saying it would have changed the outcome if maybe you guys pounce on that fumble, but then he gets back and scores.
Well, it's one of those games you have to match it. If they score, you got to match it offensively. You can't get. We're resilient. I never worried once going into halftime we were down. We're resilient. We've proven that year after year after year. Never worried me once. The mindset of these kids. But when you're going blow to blow with a team like that, you have to be productive on offense. You have to score points. And so, like I said, we left a lot of stuff out there, but I'm not going to shy away from it. Credit goes to those kids from Thomas Jefferson. I mean, they're tough. They're physical. They played hard, and they got the win. But we didn't take advantage of anything. We didn't sustain drives the way that we should have, and that was kind of a catalyst of not getting points on the board.
What kind of makes their decent? Just them from a defensive standpoint.
Sure.
I just what kind of makes them so special?
I think they're just so consistent in every position. There's really no discrepancies. I mean, you try to maybe find a mismatch here or there with some of their defensive guys, and there's really not. They're very even killed, and that's just how they are year after year. I think their front four is very disruptive, and I think that allows their kids to play as much man as they do because they have a very disruptive front four. So, it's just one of those things. They're cookie cutter, they're physical, they're aggressive, and I think that's what makes their defense so good.
Four sitting on the stage right now have had such a huge impact on this program. I mean, what can you say about what they've been able to do and what your senior class?
Yeah, man. I mean, they're part of that bricklaying mentality and that philosophy that we established, 5 years ago. And like I said, they should be sad. They should be emotional, but there's nothing to hang your head low about. I mean, these kids are. I can't say enough. They're just great kids. End of story. Nothing football regard. They're just great kids, and they should be proud of everything that they've been able to do. And when you look at the kids that have come before them over the past few years, they've clawed, they scratched, they got the program to where it needs to be, and these kids finally took it that next step. We didn't really get to the step after that next step tonight, obviously, but I can't say enough about the group of kids that I have to my left of me.
Besides, obviously, their offensive line being so strong.
Sure.
What did anything Malazi did that you felt like you guys were you fine with your pursuit, or was it just them opening up?
No, I just think their holes were there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they were able to get down on our backers. I think they were able to get kicks on us. And sometimes we didn't have a linebacker in play, but when you're relying on one guy to kind of make that play, it's a disadvantage for the defense. So, like I said, their line play was physical. They were able to get the angles, they were able to get the blocks, they were able to get down to the backers quick, and I think that just goes to their overall team speed. They're just, they're big, they're physical, but they have good speed on offense and defense, and not just skill. I mean, the line. So, just a physical team. We know who they are. We knew what we were getting into when we stepped foot on that field, and it's not the way that we wanted to end it, but this is a good group of kids and a good ball club that I'm very proud of.
It's for the coach and the kids, if you guys want to answer this too. You said you broke through, you made it to Heinz. The crowd was really good on your side. What was the atmosphere like for you here?
Well, I mean, the atmosphere was electric all night. The community really rallied behind us. They've been super supportive, and this has been a group of kids that have really carried that torch, really kind of inbred what we believe in and what we buy into. So, like I said, nothing but positive vibes on my end. I'm proud of these guys. Sometimes in life you don't get what you want, and it's a good learning lesson. But they just have to be able to overcome the sting of this loss right now, and maybe in a couple of days they'll look back and be proud of the things they've accomplished. That's
No matter what the score was, they all fans never wavered. Appreciate it for that.
Yeah, the fans always have our back. It means a lot. The whole PVA community getting coached.
Some moments we'll remember for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, just like Coach said, the people that laid the foundation for us, we tried to keep stacking and laying those bricks to get where we were. So, and then I think all the seniors and upperclassmen tried our hardest to emulate for the younger guys to be great players, great leaders when they're next season after that they can make it back.
Just for Jared and Nolan, I know obviously it didn't turn out the way you guys wanted, but to have that final connection at Heinz Field, I mean, I know probably looking down later in life, you're like, man, that was a pretty cool moment in my life, and it's like playing where Steelers play. So if you guys could just talk about that. I know it didn't turn out the way you wanted, but just talk about that moment and think about that.
I mean, it's cool to have where the Steelers play, catching a touchdown like that, but I mean, we didn't get the job done today, so.
Yeah, it's honestly cool to look back. We sitting somewhere, we'll be like, wow, we threw a touchdown on Heinz Field. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was awesome atmosphere and like the whole community thing. Our BV came to support. We had more guys than TJ, and it was just awesome. But it was loud.